Alright, I was going to do a little quick video. Had somebody asked a question about could you use the 3-point part of your tractor to raise and lower your stump grinder? Just so you say you could get rid of this top cylinder that raises and lowers it. The reason I didn't really want to do it, it limits how far your wheel can be up and down. This one will go about 20 inches up, 18 inches or so down. It ends up being 38 inches of up and down travel, which is a little more than probably what you'd need for a stump. But by setting the machine down on the ground, your 3-point hitch doesn't take all of the abuse that the stump grinder would apply, because you still have to have your cylinder to swing it right and left. And the hydraulics is powerful on this. As these teeth will get dull on your stump grinder, you'll have a tendency to put a little more pressure on it. And due to this is so long, the pressure's so great, that you'll be applying a lot of stress to your 3-point hitch sideways, which is normally some of their weakest. The sway chains will take quite a bit, but I just didn't feel comfortable in case something was to go wrong. I just, for some reason, applied too much pressure to it, and it started to stall the tractor out. But you will see that it will probably push this over, put a lot of pressure on our sway chains, could break a sway chain. You know, that's probably about the worst of it. But the cylinder was about, I think it, shipping and all, ended up being less than $100. The control valves, pretty much about the same, whether they have one spool or two, or one function or two or three, or however you want to add to it. Most of the time off eBay, you can find them one spool or two. Normally they're just about the same price, so that didn't cost you any more. So by me going with spending one more $100 here, I just felt a whole lot safer than trying to take and put extra abuse on the Yanmar. I'm sure that you could do it that way and it would probably work, but it would be about $100 difference. So that's the reason why I didn't do it. I was going to show a little bit too about the Yanmar for those who have it. I've heard a lot of complaints about thermostats. Some people don't want to run their little diesel motors bone code. And I did this one for about 1.5 years. And if I operated it about 18 to 20 degree weather, the little motor just acted like it didn't like it, nailing a lot. Didn't want to run very smooth, so I made a thermostat housing. Took a small block Chevrolet. They were the same from 1955 to like 96 or 98. All the thermostats are the same. This is a 160 degree thermostat. I machined a little housing out and just put it right in there, and I found out that the wind off the fan come across this aluminum would actually cool it. The motor temperature would get around 180 to 190 degrees before it actually opened. So I took some just old fiberglass that's got that foil on the outside of it, and I just wrapped it up, or literally it took care of it. So most of the time my little Yanmar runs 160. I don't have an overheating problem, and I just feel better. The tractor is just silky smooth when it's 10 degrees outside and the thermostat's controlling the temperature. I just feel a lot better with it. That took about 2 hours to make. A thermostat is about $6. Just makes me feel better. I've heard some people say it don't matter, they don't have to have one. This tractor just clicked 1,000 hours on it. It's a 79 model. I've got 1,005 hours on it. I'm very pleased with the tractor, but that's the reason why I think that it would be a little safer just to do it this way, add the top cylinder, as it would be to drive it off of the tractor. And this stump grinder, I was going to say I have $1,500 and right around $86 in it total, but I already had the steel, so all of the metal I already had, and that's including, that price is including paint for it, grade 8 hardwire. I just got bolts stuck in it now, just old cheap stuff to get it together, but after I tear it apart for painting, I'll go back with grade 8. So that's bolts and everything is under $1,600, and I don't see me needing to buy not even one more bolt, because I should have everything. So you could make it, for my instance, it was $1,600 that I made it for. If you didn't want to add the top cylinder, save you $100. I just thought it was better, but there's no sense that you have to do it this way. You can do it whichever way that you want to. This is just made a little more sense to me. And I hope that answered some of your questions. And if you got anything about thermostat housings that you may want to know, just let me know and I'll reply back. Thank you.